Hello everyone! So I may have been slightly going overboard these past few days. And by slightly, I mean I've been overanalyzing Yoshi P's shirt, digging into the lore translations, and theorycrafting weapons like my life depends on it. But honestly, that's the part of fun with the Final Fantasy XIV. So today, I want to walk you through my full theory for the new tank job coming to Evercold! From the hints we've seen, to the lore connections, all the way to what it might actually play like. And hey, maybe I'm onto something! So let's start with the biggest clue we've got, Yoshi P's shirt. He was seen wearing a shirt featuring, I'm gonna butcher this name and I'm so sorry, Rintathine? I hope I got that mostly correct. A character from A Realm Reborn. He was the Cape Wiswin trial, which is now moved to a solo instance. Now, at first glance, that might seem random, as the character is supposedly dead. But this is Yoshi P. Nothing is random. Now, the actual character's name in the Rogadan language means, the first part is Rit, which means right, and then the last part, Athan, means judge. So you could say that it translates to right judge, and that's where things are starting to get very interesting. Because when we think about judges of battle, there's one major archetype that fits this perfectly: Valkyries. In Norse mythology, Valkyries are known as choosers of the slain. They decide who lives, who dies, and who is worthy of entering Valhalla. They are literally battlefield judges. And suddenly, right judge starts lining up really well with that concept. Now, here's where it gets even stronger. Square Enix has already experienced with the Valkyrie-style characters through Valkyrie Profile. The series has appeared in collaborations, it has a strong identity, but most importantly, it is not an original Final Fantasy job. And Yoshi P said at FanFest that the new jobs will be original to the Final Fantasy series. So we need to pull from classes that are from other titles. So what if they take inspiration from Valkyrie's profile and create something entirely new for Final Fantasy XIV, a Valkyrie-inspired tank reimagined to Eorzea! And that fits perfectly with the current design philosophy. Now let's talk about the gameplay direction. At the North American Fan Fest, we learned that the tanks are going to be split up into main tank and off tank. So in Evercold, introducing a new tank, and we know that it's going to be one of the main tanks with Paladin, it would make sense that it's going to have some kind of shield. Warrior has the two-handed axe, then you have Dark Knight, which has the two-handed great sword, and then you have the Gunblade with the one-handed sword. So it makes sense that we're going to be having some sort of shield tank class. This leads up to my main weapon theory. So my current theories for the weapons is currently one that could wield a hammer and a big shield, which Valkyries can also do. And it fits in with the judge and execution aesthetic. And you can also get like smite style attacks, defensive blessings, so it'd be really interesting. Another weapon theory I have is the Morning Star. This one was shouted out FanFest when Yoshi P was asking, what does the crowd think the next tank or fizz range will be? And since Yoshi P did confirm that one of the weapons shouted out at FanFest was one of the new job weapons, I figured it was important to at least include something that would fit. And a Morningstar shield combo would feel perfect with a cleric style tank and healer. Paladin already feels like this, but with a Morningstar, I feel like they can drive more into it, and Valkyries can also wield Morningstars. My main theory though is that it's going to be a lance and a big shield, much like Monster Hunter. The reason why I think about this is it differentiates from Paladin. It allows for a much larger shield design while Paladin keeps a smaller shield, And it can allow for more aggressive forward-facing stances, which we know that we're going to have some skins for different types of classes. So it's something to consider. Could you imagine charging attacks, defensive stances with shield bracing, and a mix of offensive and protection, which it would fit perfectly in with the Valkyrie theme that I have in my mind. Now I'm going to bring it all together for you. You have the Valkyrie inspiration, a judgment theme, main tank identity, and a large shield presence. You get something like a battlefield judge, a protector who decides who stands and falls, a tank that feels both mythic and authoritative. Armor-wise, I'm picturing sleek but armored with Nordic-inspired designs, which fits in with the concept art we have been seeing for Evercold, and possibly more glowing accents or divine motifs. I know they can do it because they've done it with other raids, specifically the Pandemonium raids. So it's going to feel like powerful, but not overly bulky in terms of armor, which is something that we could see with different types of armor glams. And another reason why I've been thinking about this is when Yoshi P was talking about Elden Ring's release with one of the FF14 patches, he was giving players 1 week to complete Elden Ring. Well, since Yoshi P also plays Elden Ring, it's important to note that there is a sword and lance build for a Valkyrie type in Elden Ring. So I'm really sure that I might be a bit on the nose with this one. So yeah, that's my full theory. A Valkyrie-inspired main tank, possibly using a lance and shield, built around the area of judgment and battlefield control. Will I be right? Maybe not. But it's fun! This is so much fun to Theorycraft in FF14. But I would love to hear what you all think. What weapon do you think we'll get? Do you agree with the Valkyrie angle of my theory? Do you have a completely different idea? Let me know in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to check out my other content. I have mentor grinding and achievement grinding for Final Fantasy XIV, as well as other games I love to play. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Stay sweet!